Hey everyone, this is PrinceOfGeists back for another match with the Magic 2011 intro packs. Today we are testing Reign of Vampirism, which, as you might expect, is a black deck with lots of vampires in it. So let's get started. I'm hoping to have another good match this time. We've got a decent opening hand. We've got a good number of lands. We've got some creatures to play, a cultivate, and some. As much as I don't like Sorcerer's Strongbox, it is card draw, so that'll be a good start. Stampede of Beasts is going to be our first opponent. They are leading with a forest. Well, there's a Viscera Seer I would have liked on the previous turn, but we will get the Bloodphone Vampire online. This Reassembling Skeleton, by the way, is a fantastic card to have with these. It can be fodder for our Blood Throne, it can be fodder for our Viscera Seer. They've got nothing. We've got a Doomblade. We haven't seen any more lands, so I don't know. Interesting decision. We could run out the Skeleton and the Seer, or we could ramp with this Cultivate. I think I like getting them while they're open, so let's get these creatures at play. And then we can attack with the Bloodthrone Vampire. And we will sacrifice this Reassembling Skeleton. Get them for 3. Third land season with a Sacred Wolf, okay. Well, there's a Diabolic Tutor, so our Captivating Vampire might be coming soon. We didn't get our land yet, though, so now we are going to grab that Cultivate. We are going to get some swamps. Combat. I don't think they will look to trade with that Sacred Wolf, so let's get in more damage. Giant Spider. Okay, we can't attack past that one. At least not without... Oh, well, guess we don't need Diabolic Tutor for that after all. We just drew the Captivating Vampire. That's a fantastic draw for us. We have a Doomblade. I don't feel like we need to Doomblade the Spider. I think I'm fine with holding that for a big creature, so we'll just end the turn. Awakener Druid. So one of his lands is going to be a creature, but that's fine. Got another Swamp. So we have a few things we could do. We could Diabolic Tutor. We already have the Captivating Vampire out. What could I grab? A Corrupt with this many swamps wouldn't be terrible. I might save that. I think let's put out the Strongbox. And then if he doesn't play anything worth Doomblading, we can crack that at end of turn. Okay, we got some attacks. We haven't taken any damage yet. And I don't want to get rid of these guys, so I think I am fine taking the hit. They are not playing any more creatures, so we are going to try our luck with the Strongbox. All heads. And we lost the flip. Okay, so we paid mana for nothing. This is why Sorcerer's Strongbox is not a good card. Ask the Diabolic Tutor. We could get Royal Assassin. That actually might be my pick. We will end the turn. Beginning of combat, same attacks. I don't want to take 6 again. So this is where we are going to fully awaken our druid. So the forest is not a creature anymore. And we are only going to take 2. Well, there's Yavimaya Worm. Run out this assassin. And we got nothing else to do, so let's try the strongbox again. Cool. Wasting mana on nothing, always fun. That's my deck. It's the graveyard I want. Let's get our skeleton back. Shoot. Hi, McAfee. Antivirus, get off my screen, please. Combat. As much as I would like to keep as many vampires around for Captivating Vampire, I think I need to... 12. I haven't seen any giant growths. I haven't seen any of the burn cards yet. I think I need to soak up some of the damage. So we are going to block with Blood Throne. Okay, he does have the giant growth, which is unfortunate. I'm going to sacrifice the skeleton to take a little less damage. So we are still taking 5. Greater Basilisk is next. We are at 7. Plenty of lands, not a whole heck of a lot to do it stuff with. Let's kill this Yavimaya Worm while we still can. Let's see if this stupid strongbox is going to stop wasting our time. Finally. Okay, good. We got another Doomblade. So we have more removal. Howling Banshee when I'm this far behind is not ideal, but you know, it's something. Let's go ahead and bring our friend the skeleton back while we're at it, too. Okay. So that's less than ideal. We will trade with the wolf and for the Viscerseer. We will Doomblade the Basilisk. And then we're only taking 2 from the spider. Okay. Now Royal Assassin can take care of the spider. And we can finally start attacking with some guys. Got anything for us? Okay. No place on the other side. These forests aren't particularly helpful, but whittling him down little by little. He doesn't have any haste creatures, we can attack with everything. We'll play the Spine Worm. I don't want to play the Banshee in case he draws Lightning Bolts. Sylvan Ranger, okay, I can deal with that. Alpha Strike. He has to block the worm or else he dies. Oh, he's going to trade for the worm because he's got a giant growth. That's fine. He still goes to 2, and we're at 5, which means we can play this Banshee, and that'll wrap it up. Okay. That was very close, but we did manage to take the first game. So now our next opponent is going to be Power of Prophecy. You'll be on the play again. That is a textbook example of a hand we absolutely cannot even consider keeping. That's a little better. We have some early vampires in both of our colors. I think we are going to put Rise from the Grave on the bottom. Alright. Planes from the opponent. We get on board with a Child of Night. They have a Maritime Guard, so that kind of walls us off. Let's try for a Barony Vampire. Opponent has another Maritime Guard. Let's see here. Let's try Alpha Striking. As expected, they're going to try and block the Child of Night, so we are going to pump it with a Giant Growth. And it's especially good because we're going to get a lot of lifelink off of that. So there goes their Maritime Guard. They go to 17, and we are at 25. I will happily take a damage off of that. Getting an awful lot of land, but we're at least getting damage in. We can easily outright this Maritime Guard. Air Servant is where things are going to get a little more sketchy. Barony Vampire can at least attack. Got him to 9. We're still at 20. Blinding Mage is a little annoying. Especially because we're just strong bindings here. Okay, they're going to trade the Mage for the Child. I'm actually kind of fine with that. Especially because we have Nature Spiral, which I think I will actually go ahead and use. Because I just want board presence right now. They're going to sleep us, okay. Thankfully, they're only hitting us for 5, and we've been gaining a bunch of life. Okay, that's a Stormtide Leviathan, so we are dead next turn unless we draw removal for that. Kind of gave them too much time. We're gonna have to roll the dice with the Strongbox. Please. Okay. We lost the flip, which means, unfortunately, that we lost the game because they have 12 damage on board that we can't do anything about. Yeah, our Hail Mary didn't pay off, so that's 1 game to the computer. So next we will do Blades of Victory. Our opening hand has probably more frickin' forests than we prefer, but we can technically play everything, so give it a shot. They're going to Duress, and they're going to Duress for nothing, because we don't have any non-creature spells, so I'm totally fine with that. There's another Swamp for us. They're leading with an Elite Vanguard. We have a Bloodthrone Vampire, and frankly, too many lands. At least they're not attacking us. We got a Viscera Seer. I think I'm fine putting out the Barony Vampire instead. Barony Vampire is getting pacified. Thankfully, they're not attacking, and we got Royal Assassin now. So let's run him out. We even have enough for the Viscera Seer. Sarah. Of course, it's Sarah Angel because Royal Assassin can't touch Sarah Angel. She won't be tapped. This Barony Vampire isn't going to be doing anything anymore, so let's scry. We're going to scry another Viscera Seer. Well, another Viscera Seer doesn't really help us in this situation. That's getting scryed to the bottom. There's a reassembling skeleton. Okay, so we have repeatable scries at the very least. Howling Banshee is a blocker, but not really what we're looking for. I kind of want an actual removal spell for the Angel. So we are going to open up that graveyard and get our skeleton back. Yeah, the skeleton really paying dividends in this deck. Yeah, another swamp is definitely not what we're looking for. That can go on the bottom too. And now I guess we're just going to have to eat 4 from this Sarah Angel. There's a Child of Night. But what I'm mainly after is scrying with this skeleton. Land doesn't help. Let's try it again. So, this is what I kind of meant by not trusting the auto tapper, because we could have done this 3 times in a turn, but the program looked at our land, looked at our skeleton that needs black mana to come back, looked at our 2 black spells in hand, and it's like, yeah, I got you, fam. Let's tap both those swamps and leave both those forests up. That's what you needed, right? At the very least, we didn't need to scry again, because our next card's going to be a Doomblade. Okay, that is all I wanted. Except, well, no, it's not all I wanted. I would have liked to put one of these guys on the field too, but... Okay, well, naturally, we got the second Sarah Angel to worry about, so... we can kill one of them. Well, we've learned our lesson from last time. We are manually tapping mana so that the program doesn't intentionally screw us over. I hope that second Doomblade is forthcoming fast. I mean, normally I'd be all for actually playing the cards in our hand, but the cards in our hand don't really help us, and he's not attacking with anything else anyway. Barony Vampire isn't going to cut it either. Alright, that's it for our turn. Priest of Thune, okay, we don't have any enchantments. We are just digging to try and get us out of this. There's a Spine Worm. That's a good creature, but it can't really do anything against the Angels, so it's going to have to take a back seat for now. cards have we scried to the bottom at this point? It's got to be like at least 10. I mean, don't think I didn't notice that it tapped double swamps again, but at least in this situation, we were only going to get to do it 3 times regardless, so... If anything, this bluffs a giant growth. Not that the AI can probably factor that, but... Child of Night doesn't really help either, so that's going to the bottom. Another Doomblade. A Quag Sickness would also help. Okay. We're gonna need something fast here. Corrupt. Basically any of our removal spells will work. But we need to find them. Actually, you know what I just realized? And it's like, the Quag Sickness kind of came a little too late, because... yeah, it's right on top of our library. Unfortunately, it's predicated on the idea that we survive another attack, and we are already at 4, so no. That's going to be a concession from us. We did not get there. Would have with one more turn, but that wasn't going to cut it. Alright, so we got one more game to go. Breath of Fire will be our final opponents. Okay, we got the Viscera Seer and the Reassembling Skeleton again, so we will keep it. There's a Quag Sickness with a healthy amount of swamps. Okay. They got a Goblin Tunneler. We'll run out our Skeleton. Ember Hauler. They are going to kill Viscera Seer, which is unfortunate, but we will at least sacrifice itself for a scry. Do we want Bloodthrone? Yeah, Bloodthrone Vampire with the Reassembling Skeleton actually sounds totally reasonable. We will go for it. Might as well attack with the Skeleton. Or not. Got our Bloodthrone Vampire ready. Okay. No attacks, that's fine. There's a Diabolic Tutor. Okay, that helps. And I know exactly who we are getting. Where is my Captivating Vampire? Okay, that's kind of odd timing on their part. They Chandra's outraged, but they waited until after I just dealt the damage to them. That's an interesting decision, but okay. So we're tied at 17. There's our first forest. I need to plug in my computer. Is there anyone in our graveyard we want to get back with this Nature Spiral? No, not particularly. We'll save that for if Captivating Vampire bites the dust. Here comes Berserkers of Blood Rage, and we will respond with bringing our Skeleton back. Not too worried about them. We have a Quag Sickness in hand right now. 4 swamps in play. takes care of him. We'll attack both of our creatures. I don't want to take it the tunneler. Fireball at me. Okay, so we're at 12. Kind of glad he used the fireball this early and not on my creatures. Rise from the grave. That's not too bad. We're getting some more damage. Let's see here. We could bring back a vampire, but neither of these are really particularly enticing to me. I think I'd rather just take his berserker and just have a big dumb idiot. So we'll go ahead and do that. They are digging with a 4C. Well, there goes our captivating vampire. They've got a lightning bolt. This is why we saved the nature spiral. Although, let's see how they do. Must attack. No blocks. Corrupt doesn't quite do it. We're one short, so let's get that captivating vampire back. Replay him. Ancient Hellkite, okay? That is a scary creature. But we might be fine, because he's at 6. Yeah, I think we get him, so we'll Alpha Strike. Ancient Hellkite is obviously doing that. So, and then we can just finish off with a nice big Corrupt to the face. Alright. So not too bad of a match overall. We went 2-2. Which is a little worse than our previous ones. Our previous match was 3-1. Didn't do too bad. The captivating vampire was decent, but I mean, kind of was just a lord for the most part. We'll talk more about this deck in the future, but for now, this is PrinceOfGeists signing off. Have a good day.